All right, so welcome back. Diving deeper into Code Complete, unpacking software construction. So that's a terminology that I've taken a number of courses and I never heard of. It's one of the critical components of software development, software construction. And so let's unpack it a tad bit. So naive me, truthfully saying, or truthfully being truthful, sorry. I never thought of these things in terms of, programming or coding, but, when it comes to developing software, the construction is very, very intricate. Okay. So it first deals with defining what the problem is, developing requirements, planning the construction of the code that's needed in order for you to, fix the problem or solve the problem, conduct high level design as well as detailed design, implement ways to debug. And I know everyone is familiar, or at least you'll be familiar with debugging, which is a critical part, but then at the same time you don't necessarily know all the things that can go wrong. So it's imperative that you implement some type of unit/integration testing, and then from there implement what you already have to the entire grand scope of the actual system, and then running system testing, and then executing relative maintenances and things that may need to change to meet meet the needs of the people that will be using the software. So again, this is concepts that are even to me, it's unfamiliar in terms of developing software, in terms of the software construction. Traditionally speaking, when they see this, they may automatically think, okay, well, this is just programming. But at the end of the day, you can imagine this is not just programming. It's a couple steps before you even reach the computer. And that I've noticed, I actually did a little bit of that because it felt like it just made the most sense in terms of programming. Just think through it first and then program. It's imperative in terms of reducing stress and debugging issues in the future when it comes to implementing various changes or making sure everything works. And so in terms of, again, getting code really, really fast from AI is great, but then understanding how to situate the code in the right kind of manner to satisfy the software development needs that you're trying to build is really, really important. That's why this is really important to know and implement in your classrooms. One of the things I really like about this process, it's like playing a game of Sudoku. It requires you to be creative and have a substantial amount of judgment because each number goes into the greater scheme of the entire puzzle. And so that's something that can be easily overlooked when you just say, okay, what's the problem? Let me program. In the series, we will definitely go into more critical construction activities in terms of the planning. Again, I'm not a master at this, and it's imperative that when it comes to planning, I would argue I'm going to potentially implement this in a way, but have a two-edge approach where what the beginning looks like and what the end looks like, and kind of go backwards, or try to go as much as possible from the end to what the beginning will look like. And if, say for example, you get caught up in the middle, and that's going to happen, it happens to me all the time, even doing with data science, is then you start from what you already have and try to get as close as possible to what you're trying to get to. I think that when it comes to construction methods, they could definitely have an impact on your productivity in terms of source code. It allows you to reduce the potential chaotic aspects of programming, which I'm definitely have a lot of experience in. And so I'm hoping that as I'm going through these chapters with you all, in the next videos especially, you are able to implement and change your perspective, because it's almost like a paradigm shift that we're after. So stay tuned. Let's keep going.